Okay, well, thank you very much for coming in such a ridiculous raining day. But it is kind of testing our faith to come here or not. So it is good to see you on Sundays. So today, my topic is you will definitely succeed. So I have been talking about the success for last a couple of times. But today, I like to concentrate on the have a big image of yourself and using prayers, and also how to manage your time. So those 3 points were talked today. So first of all, I like to mention my previous lecture. There were 7 topics or 7 points to review. So let me quickly review those points. So first point that I talked last time was maybe it is too bright, or maybe I will just say that. Have a big dream. Destination is important. So that is first one. And the second one is try to find your mission and be spiritual. Okay, so that means if you become spiritual, you will be able to contact with your guardian spirit, or you can get the ability to get inspiration from heavenly world. So it is easier for you to find your mission. And a third point is visualize your goal and hold the vision. The clearer, the better. So I was talking about the one girl from Japan living in Los Angeles, United States, who was hoping to become a nailist, official nailist for Paris Hilton, as you know, and also official nailist for Barbie, Barbie company. So the last time I talked, she was about to get into the point. Or she was introduced by the one of the clients who know Paris Hilton and who is Barbie herself. So if you don't know about it, you can look at the YouTube, my previous lecture. Okay. So then the fourth point is translate your vision into words to write down. So if you write down your vision, you can say it every day, and you have to memorize it, and then your image will be steady more. And tell yourself the words every day without doubt. So without doubt is important. Okay? And I use prayers, and also be aware of chances given by a goddess or gods, whoever it is. So these are the points that we talked last time. So this time, I just concentrate on 3 points. Have a big dream, destination is important, and then use prayers. And also be aware of chances given by a goddess. So let's do talking the first point. Have a big dream, destination is important. So please be aware of that you have to aim to become a first class something, or the best something, or top-notch something. Like if you are a priest, you can say, I aim to become a first class priest, or the best priest in this country, or best priest in this world, or a top-notch priest in this city, Sydney. Like this. If you are a working company, you can say, I'm the best employee in this company. Like this. Okay? So if you are writing the novels, I am the best novelist in this field, in this world. Like this. So if you are unsui, I'm the best unsui in all happy science temples. Like this. So, unless you don't aim to become the best something, you won't get the best inspirations that you can get. And that can be the destination of your life. So please aim to become something like this, a first-class something, the best something, a top-notch something. So then you will get inspiration. Because before you were born, you can think anything. You can have any dream. And everything is just realizing automatically and suddenly. And everything you want, you can get. So, but after you are born on this earth, that imagination or the power of imagination will decrease because you are living in this world very limited, You can see what you can only see, okay? And you can hear what you can hear, okay? You know what I mean? You can touch the thing that you can see. So everything is visible, but we are living in also invisible world. There is something that you don't see, that you cannot hear, and that you cannot touch, but there is something like that. So once you see something invisible, once you hear something invisible, once you can touch what you don't actually see in this world, but they exist, right? So if you see those things, you will see the angels are working for you. You see the angels are whispering to you, okay? It has a physical power also. And then you will feel more confidence. You can be more confident. So that you can dream whatever you want. And they are helping you out. So you see everything. So that's why the power of believing is the key to have the big dream. Okay, so that's the first point. And then the prayer is important. So this is the story that among the Japanese people, they are talking to children and grandchildren. Okay, so it's called Straw Millionaire.
ある一人の貧乏な若者がいました。貧乏から何とかして逃れようと観音様に祈ったところ、初めに触ったものを大事に持って旅に出なさいとお告げをもらいました。男は観音堂から出るや否や石につまずいて転び、偶然一本のわらしべに手が触れました。男はお告げ通り、そのわらしべを手に持って道を進んでいきました。ところが彼の顔の周りを大きなアブが飛び回り、うるさくて仕方がありません。そこで男はアブを捕まえると、わらしべの先に結びつけてやりました。すると、そばで泣いていた男の子が、アブを結びつけられたわらしべを面白がり、欲しいと言ってきました。男は観音様のお告げを信じて譲ろうとしませんでしたが、男の子の母親がみかんと交換しようと申し出てきたので、わらしべを男の子に譲り、代わりにみかんを受け取りました。さらに歩くと、喉の渇きに苦しんでいる商人がいました。彼は男が持っていたみかんを欲しがり、持っていた上等な反物との交換を持ちかけてきました。男はみかんを譲り、反物を手に入れました。一本のわらしべが上等な反物に変わったと喜んでいた男は侍に出会いました。その侍は愛馬が急病に倒れてしまったが、急いでいるために馬を見捨てなければならない状況にありました。男は侍に反物と馬との交換を申し出ました。侍は反物を受け取り、 先を急ぐと、後には馬と男だけが残りました。男が水を汲んで弱った馬に飲ませたところ、馬はたちまち元気を取り戻して立ち上がりました。男は元気を取り戻した馬を連れて、再び旅を続けました。道を進んでいくと、大きな屋敷に行き当たりました。ちょうど旅に出かけようとしていた屋敷の主人は、男に屋敷の留守を頼み、代わりに馬を借りたいと申し出ました。主人は3年以内に自分が帰ってこなければ、この屋敷を譲ると男に言い出しました。男は主人に馬を譲り、主人は馬に乗って旅に出ました。3年待っても5年待っても、主人が旅から帰ることはありませんでした。こうして男は屋敷の主人となり、裕福な暮らしを手に入れることができました。このような出来事があって、男は町の人々からわらしべ長者と呼ばれるようになりました。
So, all Japanese people know this story, and it is kind of Cinderella, right? So, but I searched if there is some story like that in this current era. So I found one story that was happening in 2004 or 5. If you Google one red paper clip, okay? If you Google this one red paper clip, so you will see the guy just wanted to trade one red paper clip, and the game is called the bigger the better, the bigger or the big better. So he trades something that he has for either the bigger one or the better one. So in 1 year he got the house from one red paper clip. So this was, well, I don't know what happened after that, but his story was translated in many languages, and he finally published the books. So if you Google it, you will know. It's kind of not billionaire but millionaire story, one red paper clip. So, but it is not about the faith, so I just don't show you that story this time. But there was so many lessons in this story, so I'll just share with you guys. So first, he had a prayer to Bodhisattva, right? So if you pray in a temple or a church, so that means you have faith, okay? So prayer and our faith, and also pray to something great. So you have to be humble, right? So he had a humble attitude. And also trying to listen to the voices from heaven. So he actually listened to the Bodhisattva's voice. And also taking even a small chance. So he was told to grab the first thing, right? The things that he grabbed first. So then it was a straw. That even if it was a straw, he believed that was it, right? And also valuing human relationship and making efforts and a gratitude. So those points were in this story, and he finally got rich and a house. Okay, so these are the points that once you pray something, everything comes after. You know, what kind of faith you have, you are asked. And you are also asked whether or not you are humble enough. And also, try to listen to the voices from the heavenly world or your guardian spirits. You are always given those inspirations but people don't hear that, and people don't try to listen to it, then you cannot get those chances. And even it's a small chance, even if it's a small thing after the prayer, whether or not you realize this is from heaven, this is the message from heaven. So once you realize it, you can take it. But if you don't realize this is from the heavenly word, you don't take it. So that means even if you pray something, it's just gone. So please be aware of even the small things after the prayer that might be the chance for you, that might be the message from the heaven. Okay? So those are the things that you have to be aware of those, Then, I'll just show you life and the victory from Master's lecture.
自分の力だけだと思ったらとんでもない間違いです。自分の力一つではできないです。決してできないです。そういう謙虚な耳に従う心というのを忘れないようにしていただきたい。そう思いますね。人生と勝利ということでもっと自力的なことを言うかと皆さん思ったかもしれませんが、こういうことがね、意外に勝利していくための本当に道なんです。チャンスというのはね、多くの人がくださるんです。本当にそうなんです。多くの人が皆さんを引き立て、皆さんを成功させようと思っている時にね、成功しないでいるということは極めて難しいことなんです。ところが多くの人が皆さんが成功しないように努力している時に成功するのはもっともっと難しいです。本当はるかに努力がいりますが、他の人が手伝ってくれる、助けてくれる時、この流れに乗れば成功していけるんです。これはありがたいことなんですね。そういう気持ちがあります。私も今こういう立場に立たせていただいています。ここまで来るのに努力がなかったかといえば嘘になるし、したこともあるでしょうが、こういう道を歩めたのはやはり多くの人の協力のおかげですし、それというよりもまた天上界にある人々のやっぱりお導きがあったと思います。これは卑俗な言葉では運というふうにも言われるかもしれませんが、私たちのように実在界の世界を知った人間にとっては運という言葉で言い切ることはとてもできません。運という言葉ではなくて、現実にこの世を去った世界にいる人たちが導いてくださっているのが分かるからですね。現実に引っ張ってくださっている、導いてくださっているんですね。こうして幸運になっている、そういう感じがします。こうした感謝の心も大事だと思います。運命の転換があるときには感謝の気持ちを忘れてはならないと思います。ひたむきに求め期待するということ、それから謙虚に耳従う心を持つということ、それから3番目に感謝の心を持つということ、こうして運命の転換が本当に光を放つのだと思います。
So like Master said, always you are surrounded by the people or angels or spiritual being to help you out. But the point is whether or not you notice that. Okay? So next story, the testimony is shown in a lecture or seminar, maybe the pledge to eternal victory. But you might have seen, wait just a moment, this testimony, Mr. Masuda's experience. He was struggling his life in 20s, but he met Happy Science teachings, and also he was divorced and he went bankrupt. So everything was going down, but I met Happy Science teachings, and little by little he came up, and then he became a bestseller author. So it took him like about 10 years to do so. But everything, well, it was, I know him a little bit and met him face to face, and I talked to several times because Well, maybe I'll explain later, but let's see this testimony first.
At the Maruzen bookstore in Tokyo, Japan, there is a section of books on a particular topic. The titles are The Power of Cleaning to Make Your Dreams Come True, Change Yourself with the Power of Cleaning, Solving Your Problems by the Power of Cleaning. These books on the power of cleaning are bestsellers all over Japan. Today we'd like to introduce a man who achieved his hopes and dreams, Mr. Masuda, the author of the books on the power of cleaning. Since he published his first book in 2005, he has published 13 books in the last 2 years. They all became bestsellers and sold more than 1 million copies in total. He became the center of attention in all kinds of media. At the end of May 2007, he published his latest book, Find Your Dream Prince Using the Power of Cleaning. I was surprised to see how much I was able to change since I started reading his books. Now I love cleaning. I was able to attract more positive energy, and everything got better for me visibly. I was really amazed. When I read the book and started cleaning, the symptoms I had got better, and I'm really grateful for that. So what exactly is the power of cleaning? We asked Mr. Masuda.
Well, it's the power that integrates cleaning and the laws of the mind. I often say that your home represents the state of your mind. The state of your home shows what state your mind is in. So if you look at your place and find it dirty, by cleaning it, you can clean your mind. By taking the action of cleaning, you can actually change your state of mind. If you practice this method, you will not only be able to clean your home, but at the same time, you'll have a revolutionary change in your state of mind. And that's how you can change your life.
But it was not easy for Mr. Masuda to discover the power of cleaning. He had to go through a terrible ordeal 10 years ago when he was in his late 20s. When he was 27 years old, he jumped at an offer to start his own business, thinking that he could make money. However, it didn't take long until he went bankrupt. He got divorced right after that. The only thing he had left was a huge amount of debt.
When I was in the depths of disappointment, my place was really a dump. That's when one of my friends came over and told me, you have to stop living like this. He opened the window and the wind came in and raised all the dust in the room. I saw it and thought, what a place this is. Then my friend told me to clean the toilet. When I was cleaning the toilet bowl, all the feelings that I had pent up came out and burst into tears, and I could not stop crying. When I finished cleaning my place, I was able to feel that I could start over again. That was the first time I realized the power of cleaning. It was the very first moment I was able to feel its power.
The power of cleaning came into his life like a ray of light. Mr. Masuda was able to get a job at a house cleaning company and started his life again. Based on his experiences, he was able to write a book that aroused sympathy from many readers. To probe into the secret of his success, we turned the pages of his book and discovered words of enlightenment everywhere.
As in the saying, like attracts like, there's a spiritual law that the minds of the same wavelength attract each other. So when the room becomes messy, it attracts more messiness. If you live in a messy room, you create a negative energy around you that attracts unhappiness. The act of throwing away things brings an innovation to you. It's actually the most effective way to change yourself. Whenever I hit a wall, I get rid of something so that I can experience innovation and take a step forward to become a new self. In the principles of the power of cleaning, when you throw away things you don't need, you can start a new life.
The principles of the power of cleaning are based on words of enlightenment. Just when he decided to start again, one of his friends had given him the book, The Laws of the Sun, and he started learning spiritual truth. In the Laws of the Sun, he learned the purpose and the mission of life, as well as the meaning of hardships and suffering. He was deeply touched by the words of truth in the book. Impressed by what he had read, he decided to learn the teachings taught by the author, Ryuho Okawa. He started taking seminars at IRH and volunteering. One day, he received an inspiration.
I made many discoveries through studying spiritual truth and taking seminars at IRH. But I was never quite sure how these discoveries were connected to what I do. I was very involved with the activities at IRH, but I thought that work is work, and it was completely separate from my volunteer work. When I started volunteering at IRH, it began to influence my work. That was when what I do became connected to the activities at IRH. When I was cleaning at the IRH temple, I realized how I could combine the two. While cleaning, I received an inspiration that cleaning is powerful. That's when I thought of the term, the power of cleaning. I received the inspiration when I was cleaning the carpet at IRH Tokyo Temple. I heard my inner voice say, if you clean with your whole heart, you can create a positive energy field. You can produce a positive energy through cleaning. I thought, wow, this is it.
With a selfless mind, Mr. Masuda continued cleaning at IRH temples and deepened his discoveries.
I thought about how I can clean the temple so that people would smile when they visited. Until then, it was all about how I can polish my own mind, but it changed from benefiting myself to being of service to others.
Mr. Masuda gradually began to wish to contribute to the happiness of others by utilizing his knowledge and skills. In 2005, he had a special prayer for development in business at IRH Tokyo Temple.
I realized that the way I had thought about prayer was wrong. I always had a way of escaping. I always asked that I would like to progress only if the heavenly world would let me. If it would be okay with them, I would like to make progress. I asked for help and salvation from outside and completely depended on others. But on that day, it was different. I had a drastic change of mind. I realized I was wrong. I had to have a strong will to be of service to others. When I strongly wished for it, I felt like a spiritual pillar appeared. Until then, I thought, if you let me, I would like to help. But on that day, I declared, I'm going to help. And that is when the light of heaven, the light of salvation, came straight down to me like a pillar. That's when I realized the meaning of salvation based on self-efforts for the first time.
And the door to success opened before him. He had a chance to attend a party held by a publishing company through the invitation of his friend. Mr. Masuda wrote his proposal staying up all night for 3 days. He presented it to publishing companies at the party, and 2 of them were interested. Although his proposal was not accepted at that time, it was passed on from one person to another, and after 3 months, The Power of Cleaning was published as a book. His first book, The Power of Cleaning to Make Your Dreams Come True, became popular especially among women and became a bestseller, selling 500,000 copies. After that, he had a rush of requests to give lectures all over Japan. Last January, his book was translated into Korean and published in South Korea. It became so popular that a second book will be published this year.
My plan is to write and publish for the first 3 years so that I can create my own brand. The next step will be to go from talking about principles to practicing the techniques of the power of cleaning. So I would like to produce items to help create a positive energy field. And I would like to open stores all around Japan and all around the world.
Though he suffered a setback and had lost hope, by learning and practicing the laws of the mind, he was able to start again. True self-realization can be achieved when you set your mind in the right direction, have a strong will to realize your dreams, and work to bring happiness to many others.
So he got a chance to participate in the party organized by the publishing company. So he rushed, write down his plan for that party. But if he didn't think that was a chance for him, he didn't write down, right? But he did it, and even if the companies that participated in that party didn't take that as a book publishing, but person to person, he finally got the chance. So this tells us, even if a small chances around you happening, you think that is a chance or not, and you make efforts to accomplish it. So that's the one point that he did it this time. But beforehand or before that, I just like to mention about his story. So I was working in one of the temples in Tokyo and living in that temple. So taking care of the cleaning and everything. So we asked the company where he worked for to clean the temple inside every 2 months. So then he came, and I had a chance to talk to him, quite often. And they said they first offered, without any charge, they will do it. So, but I said, well, if you don't take any, money from the temple, so you again, you will go bankrupt because you're just doing volunteer work and not taking any other works. So it will be in trouble. So please take even a small amount of money. So that's what I told. And they started coming, cleaning the temple once 2 months, like that. And before that, but they were doing volunteer work or just cleaning as a volunteer in Happy Science temples, Sohonzan temples and also Tokyo Shoshinkans. So that gave them many chances that they are cleaning the temples in Tokyo or whatever. So I'd like to mention that starting from giving love was done by them, okay? Not just the taking chances first. So giving love is the first step to get the chance. Then get the inspiration, take actions. So those are the process that he actually did. Okay, so that was the one thing that not so many people know about him. If you see the story, he just went bankrupt and met the Happy Sons teachings and getting inspiration, doing volunteer work. But before that, they were just doing purely volunteer work in a temple, so giving love. Okay. So again, faith is important. Right faith is the starting point of everything. So if you don't have a right faith, you see different things in every single person or every situation, every environment. So right faith is the starting point of everything. And then prayer. Based on the right faith, you can pray. And a strong wish based on the crystal clear vision brings strong words. So I will do it, and I'm going to do it. Like he said, if I had a chance, I will do it. In a prayer, you cannot say this. I will do this. I'm going to help people like this. So in a prayer, you can write down, I will do, I'm doing it, and I'm going to do it. So that, like that word, you need it. Okay? And then listen to the voices. Take even a small chance, take it. Okay, so that's your message from the heavenly world. So usually people will lose those chances. And then value your relationship with the people. Consider the people around you as your supporters. So not only angels, but also people around you are always supporting you, and they won't help you out. So please listen to their voices. They may give you a harsh words or difficult situation, but that is also the message from the guardian spirits or heavenly world. So you take it and think about yourself. And if there is something that you have to reflect on yourself, you have to reflect and you have to change. But if you don't do it, that means you cannot make progress in your personality and characteristics. Okay, so consider the people around you as your supporters, even if they say harsh words. Okay, that is advice to you. So you don't see very clearly, but maybe this one you see. So this is myself on a newspaper. So when I was in India, of course my vision was spread Master's teaching to as many people as possible at the moment. Of course this time too. And I was in charge of 2 branches, one in Mumbai and one in Aurangabad, which is 40 minutes away from Mumbai. And this was the time when I pray for the patients at the members' hospital. And if you say hospital, the hospital is kind of a nice building, but it is like 1 room or 2 rooms. That's it, and no doors. And people are just come here and stay 1 overnight, 2 overnights, like that, and try to cure themselves. And a doctor was becoming a member when I was there, and then I asked him if there is something that I can do for you. And I offered him a chance that I pray for the patients whenever I come to Aurangabad, the place where we had a branch. And then every time I went to Aurangabad, I tried to visit him and pray for the patients. Okay, so I did it. So you see the people, the guy on your right hand side, that was a doctor, and I became a member. And next to him, his parents, the father and the mother. So they were impressed by the thing that I'm praying to the patients. So right after I left, they called their friends working for newspaper company. And then next time I came, so they just called up and asked the newspaper guy come to their hospital and take the picture of us. And then next day, it was just printing out like this. So this one and this one, almost same days, and two different newspaper companies. So when looking back the time that I was there, I was also, I'm feeling I was guided this way, that way. Every time I made a decision, I was guided. I felt like that. And take even a small chance. The branch office is located in a city, but this hospital is located in the mountains. So it took me to go there for at least 40 minutes to go there, go up to the mountains. So every time I go, try to go there, taking 40 minutes and coming back to the city. Just for praying, I went there. So even a small chance, I just took it and I tried to do it. So then the next chance will be actually given to me again and again. So once you pray something, answer is there, always. Answer is coming to you. And take chance and take action, and then it realizes, towards your dream and your target, your goal. So it is very important. And in this book, Laws of Future, there is a word like this. There are thoughts that repeatedly well up from deep within your mind, or that you find yourself thinking about. If you persistently imagine these thoughts deep within your mind, then in time they will manifest. In this way, self-realization takes form. You should believe this fact. It is important first to picture your ideal self in your mind over and over again. The ability to repeatedly picture this in your mind is, in fact, your aptitude. An aptitude is a disposition or ability given to someone by nature to achieve certain goals in a particular field. If you do not have an aptitude, you will not be able to picture repeatedly in your mind an ideal image of yourself. In other words, if you have ability to picture an ideal image of yourself in your mind, then it means that you have the aptitude to realize that ideal. People who do not have the strength to do this will not achieve great success in any occupation. The ideal self-image that you repeatedly visualize in your mind is, in fact, the destination or goal in your life. Your journey of life continues toward this goal. Therefore, if your ideal self-image is something that you cannot repeatedly picture in your mind, then over time it will most likely be modified. Right? So if you think what you are thinking and one idea is coming up repeatedly, that means that's your destination, that's your goal. So but if you want to change it, you have to change it by your voice. Okay, so every time you think something that is negative, that means you have to change it negative to positive, right? So that's your tendency to think. So please be aware of what you are thinking all the time. Okay, so that's your goal. That is actually telling your guardian spirit. That is what you are telling to your subconscious mind. This is your goal. So that's why you have to use your words to change it from negative to positive. Okay? So then pray, and answer is always given to you. So constant efforts. once you pray something, answer is given to you, right? And then you think, oh, this is a message from Heavenly Word. You think this is a chance, and you take action. And you have to change your attitude, and you have to change your action in every single day that is coming towards you, right? So it is important what to do in a day. And it's important to think how to spend your time. And it is important to do what you should do. And it is important not to do what you shouldn't do. And a plan for tomorrow and the next week, and then reflect every day and a plan again. So it always comes to the point where you are talking about what you do, what you don't do. Okay? The actions. So that's the important thing. So in this book, this is the Laws of Prosperity, which is not translated in English yet, but there are 4 good customs. Okay? One is self-reflection. So every day reflect on yourself, what you did or what you didn't do. And a second good custom is reading. Okay? Please try to read every day. And the third point is be diligent. So working very hard. And the fourth point is some exercise to keep your health good. Okay? So self-reflection, reading, working very hard, and exercise. Those are the 4 good customs that you can put in your life, or you should do it. That's for the prosperity. So last point that I'd like to give you today is this. I will give you this one later. This is for the planning seed. Okay, so every time we think, we talk, you should think like this, or you should think like that, like this. But if you don't practice the teaching, your life cannot be changed. Okay? So you have to change something in your action, then you will finally change your life. Okay? So today, I'll just give you this one and give you 5 minutes to think about what you should do or what you want to do tomorrow. Okay? And then you can plan for tomorrow's schedule. And when tomorrow comes, and at night time, you have reflection time to write down whether or not you didn't do what you planned, or you did do what you planned. So then again, tomorrow you can think about Tuesday, what you should do. Okay? Like that. So I just pass this out. Can I explain? Okay, I just quickly explain about this paper. So first the line says detail of precepts. So like I said, good 4 customs: reading, self-reflection, exercise, and working very hard. So number 1, maybe you can write down reading 1 chapter a day, right? Or reading 1 book a day, like that. Okay? So then weekly target, you can set anything. This week I want to accomplish this or that, like that. So then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this represents the precepts, and you can mark if you did it, and you cannot mark if you didn't do it, right? So, and from 3 o'clock in the morning and midnight. So you can plan everything on the left-hand side, okay? And then tomorrow night, so you see again what you did, what you didn't. So you can write down on the right-hand side what you actually did or you didn't. So then again, for Tuesday, you can plan again on the left-hand side. And at Tuesday reflection time, you can write down what you did, what you didn't do. So like this. So plan and check, plan and check. So if you practice these things, you can actually feel you can change, you are changing your life. Okay. So teaching is not just words plain. Teaching is always should be in the practice. Okay. So if you read something, and you can change your action, you can change your life. Otherwise, Master is just giving words to us, but we never attain the enlightenment unless we practice. So this paper was, the practicing on this paper was done by already Moe and Maki this week. I asked them to do it this week, and it actually works. And they feel, they are actually making every day the planning and the reflecting and change their actions. So they are happy about it. So you can also change your action for the better, okay, for the better. And then practice the teachings in your life, okay. So next time on 30th of June, which is 4 weeks later, I will use this paper more specifically and more in detail. Okay, so this is just a practice for attendees who attend this Sunday service today. But 4 weeks later, I will explain more about in detail. Okay. All right. So about the time. Well, thank you very much for coming, and I hope you recognize that a big dream, prayer, and I take chance, and hopefully using this one change your life. And I meet you in 1 month, which is 30th of June. So you will. I want to see 4 papers done by then. Okay. All right. Thank you very much.